It is 2nd and 6. On the ground, here is Achane. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Big Sheldon Rankin in there for the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Clock ticking down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Judkins. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. First down, 10 yards to go.
A gain of 14. First down, Seattle.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. Big opening up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
A run, and it's Achane. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Devin Bush. They're off the stop.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Give him 13 on that screenplay, and a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down.
To throw again, it's Allen. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
One more time going up top with Allen. Headed left, buying time. I did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him, dropping for a big loss. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. In motion, Lamb. A run here with Achane. And good work defensively. Will stop this one after a gain of 5, and it will be 4th and long. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And the score remains tied at 7. A first down throw from Rodgers. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is over the middle and intercepted. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. He's across the 20 to the 21. And that's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Well run with Achane. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
That's down the field for Lamb. This will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Right back to Dillon. into the end zone.
Touchdown,
A.J.
Seattle.
Dillon. Touchdown, Seattle. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Cardinals 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Achane. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. They go play action now. Here's Allen. First down throw there is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here we go on fourth down with Allen. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down. Allen going to throw again. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll get it on 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Allen to throw again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On third down, it's Allen. Oh, how about the coverage there? Nowhere to go in football. He just throws it away. It brings up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Allen gonna throw for it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
Quick throw on the RPO. It's Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, Judkins. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Straight ahead, they go with Dillon. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, here's Judkins. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They have done a They came through when their team needed them the most.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stopped him for...
Teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Now Milton. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Milton. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. He'll swing this out to Judkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Quinshon Judkins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have struck first in this NFC title game. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Lions 0. Jake Elliott.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is to go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Milton now to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
1st down, Seahawks.
Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dillon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Dillon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready, set.
Throwing is Milton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the return will stop right around the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 yards. It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Rodgers wants to change the look. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Set to kick off.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Milton. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shocked the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Now you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Without much time left on that play clock, Coach Mike McDonald calls a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second and 3 now. Another one for Judkins. Across midfield to the 45. And he runs this down to the 41. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
Sticking with Judkins here. He's got room to roll. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down. That almost felt like an instant replay of his previous run, Brock. Another great opening created up front. He said, thank you very much.
And this offense totally in the driver's seat. You want to try to run it back a third time? But also maybe a time to throw it right over their heads with a little play-action pass.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to stop just shy of 1st and goal. A few yards shy of that end zone as well. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 4-yard line.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And that's going to be a 1st and goal as he goes at it and green.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taysom Hill capping a 7-play scoring drive. Mike McDonald with his eyes glued to this field. His offense lining up for 2. Complete at the 2. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out at the 19. First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. Look at that power, deep left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. And you're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risk and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down. Well, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. And they're going for this. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And how about this? 26 yards on 4th down. What a play. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter in the Super Bowl. 8-0 is our score. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got a first to begin the frame. They are throwing it again. And the rusher's going to win this rep. They get to him. Offense up to the line fast.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Third and long for him here. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down. All right, Brock, QB1, I got a question for you. Are you always expecting the rush to be dialed up like that, dialed up a notch when it's 3rd down?
Is water wet? Is it Pope Catholic? Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay. Gets it out wide quick, and oh, he might throw this. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT.
The 4th down pass. Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with Judkins. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Well, you taught me, Buck. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing comes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A play fake. Now dart. The second down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable. which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down. Eckley on to punt. He sends that one skyward. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Big back, A.J. Dillon. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Looked like he bounced up okay after that hit. He does deliver the first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To Judkins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 4. Rodgers will try to set up the screen to Dillon. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down. Running here is Dillon. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. It's another go with Dillon. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
The tackle by Jalen Walker. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at it, engaging where the marker is, and getting there to set up first and goal. Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Broncos 0. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Devin Bush getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. That'll bring up second and long. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. To the air on second down. Dart, he'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as we reach the 2-minute warning. Play action now with Rodgers. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Second and 9.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the...
Quinshon Judkins, 39 yards. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, Dart.
26-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taysom Hill, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
14, 49ers nothing.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
To the air, Dart. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing his Dart. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Dart. And that is incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, here's Judkins. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the 49ers.
Here's Dart. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart.
Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Looking to throw, Dart.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Puka Nacua.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners have got it back to within a score.
Makes the score
Aubrey good with a PAT.
49ers 7.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
And now the Commons side, at least on this drive, a momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 3rd down, here's Dillon.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Being chased out left. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They'll throw now on the final play. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Oregon man, Dylan Thieneman. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw now, Dart. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down, 49ers.
Dart looking to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Dart. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Dart going to look to throw here. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, San Francisco.
From the gun, Dart. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
But he'll throw again. Dart. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his Dart. That ball caught by Harrison. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Throwing, Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Dillon now off the option. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Dart. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Dart. Pass complete there to Nakua.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a 49er first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dart.
Flush to his right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
They'll try it now with Judkins.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They're going to run with Taysom Hill.
Look at the big fella go. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Kind of a strange ball game, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sweat?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
On play action, Murray. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Out of the backfield, it's Jeremiah Love. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down mark, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on third down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a fourth down decision deep in your own territory.
That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down. To throw again is Murray. This one complete right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down. They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing again is Murray. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Murray's going to throw again. Forced out wide. Off he goes. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up third down.
And it brings up third down.
Working out of the gun, Murray. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. He'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Again, it's Judkins. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll air it out deep. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
At their own 43-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Murray. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They go play action for Murray. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
It's 2nd down.
2nd down, Murray. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Now Murray on 3rd and long. Moving to his right. Loading up. Launching downfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Murray throwing on 4th down. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
A gain of 19 yards.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Forced to his right. Oh, no, back over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball. And I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At
2
the
minutes to
7-yard
play.
line.
Still searching for our first points of the half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. He's to the 40. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 93 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Seahawks nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. Play action. It's Murray. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Murray to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
First down, Seahawks.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Murray. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line.
5 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Murray. Moving left. He'll try to run for it. And he will get some yardage there on the scramble, but not nearly enough. And that's going to bring up 4th and long. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dillon. A second effort, and he is in.
You know, during the regular season, Mike, we sit up here, no one more so than myself, and we talk about the value and the importance of the passing game and its correlation to scoring points, but a lot of that gets tipped the other direction come postseason. You got to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to control the line of scrimmage on both sides, and that's exactly what we saw here in this one.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. A throw on the move is caught. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. From the 35, it's first and 10. Quick throw on the RPO, it's Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
A run with Dillon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Seattle.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to Dillon. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
The RPO, that one is complete. Down the left sideline. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Play action now. It's Murray. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
On the stop. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Murray now to throw on first down. Forced out left. That one late over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone and book the lead up by 2 more.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This going to be now a hit, and he lost the football. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous...
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, right side. One man to beat, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Vikings nothing. Jake Elliott set to
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good job of just taking what's there. He found his man over the middle for the first down. Everyone always wants to see the big highlight plays, but those smart decisions that keep the chains moving are just as important.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers wants to change the look. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Quinshon Judkins. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Up the middle, Achane. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is not.
Go to work. No fly zone, baby.
Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to take this return out of bounds.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And no question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Here's Judkins on second down. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that's going to get down as the first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Milrow. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up third down.
I love seeing those defenders who love to chirp and do a little talking throughout a game. Here's a perfect chance to back up that talk. What a one-on-one battle to win.
Now air it out on third. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration. That forces fourth down. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard? Well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And the call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
We've set it down from 37. From the gun, Judkins. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be stopped before the marker, but nice job. 9 yards on that catch and run, Brock. It's 3rd and short.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Ooh, without much time left on that play clock, Coach Mike McDonald calls a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he gets home. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to number 83.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. If you're out, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They go up 7-0 here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Milroe to throw. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, is the throwaway.
Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Milroe to throw on 4th. And this one is launched downfield. Oh, it's an interception! Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline that penalty.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Second and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
He'll swing this out to Judkins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They throw it out right complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Second and 15. That's to his running back, Quinshawn Judkins. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Quinshawn Judkins, 63 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Eagles 0. Jake
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, here's Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Great blocking on the return. It springs in for 25. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, here's Judkins. A nice little juke. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Quinshawn Judkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it as we resume action.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. Need some good work to get the yardage back. It's a gain of 7 on first down. And already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another game to Junkins. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be third down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
Okay, you know what those runs are equivalent to me in basketball? Those are like made free throws, right? You want to assume you get to the free throw line, they go in. You want to assume when you hand the ball off, you get positive yards. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, it builds confidence.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. Third down. Another one for Junkins. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that's good for a Seattle first down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
First and 10 now from the 46. Sticking with Junkins here. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second down, it's Rodgers. That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. He stepped out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Quick throw out to Golden. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Judkins running between the tackles. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. We'll go with a design keeper. Defense gets to him, makes the stop, but not before he gets 13 on that carry. That's enough for a 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
On the give, here's Judkins. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Another run for Judkins on 2nd down. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. 3rd and just 2 to go. We'll go with a design keeper. And they're not going to get it. Stop short of the line to gain. This is going to be 4th down now.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept them in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Ooh, without much time left on that play clock, Coach Mike McDonald calls a timeout. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. On 4th down, it's Rogers. Got his man. It's Golden. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Judkins up the middle. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Working on second down. Rogers. Pass caught out right by Golden. He's going to score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Matthew Golden. Capping a 14-play possession there with 6. Extra point by Elliott is up and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Just nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Burrow to the air now. And his first pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Burrow setting to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And once again, they can't connect. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41. Rogers set to pass. Escapes the pocket. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Rogers. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. Working quickly here.
A loss of a yard. It's third down. Third and long.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. I know you love to call this the money down, Brock, and on that 3rd down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job. I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front 7, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they did.
The final throw before the break. A desperate shot here for the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead, just a turnover on downs. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Brown with a return here. Oh, he loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
14. Jets, nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A.J. Dillon with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that.
And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Seahawks nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Oh, nice move.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And they're on 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Murray off play action. A short throw to Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
That's complete. He gets it to Love.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Murray now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. This one is complete to Jenkins. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
For a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard
Welcome back to the
line.
date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. To throw is Rodgers. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Murray going to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here's Murray. Fighting Love out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
16 yards. First down, Seattle.
Murray now to throw. This is caught by Addison. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Murray now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now we're signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Second and 6 from the 10.
On the Seahawks 10-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jordan Addison in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Rodgers. His throw incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Rodgers wants to change the look. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Martellus Bennett, 31 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
To throw is Murray. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. An inside run with Judkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. They'll give it to Jenkins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at a 9-yard line.
3 quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll change things around before the snap. First down, right back to Judkins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Once again, Judkins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
On 3rd down, here's Judkins. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Seahawks 21, Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
To throw, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Open man right side is Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's 1st and goal. Murray now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now Murray again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Murray's got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy.
you